So the first thing that you need to do is to keep in mind that, okay, ayahuasca is basically, has become quite commercialized. And by that I mean that there is a lot of places that are charging thousands of dollars to go. Don't fall for it, okay? Don't fall for it. When I went on my ayahuasca retreat, I paid $400. Yes, 400, not 4,000, 400 US dollars for a week at an ayahuasca retreat. And that week had 4 ayahuasca ceremonies included, as well as accommodation and food. Oh my goodness. I can't emphasize this point enough, because when I was doing my research, I found like $3,000, $2,000, $6,000 at one point, and I was just like, how no? How no? Like, it's not supposed to be so commercial. No, it's if they are genuinely trying to heal people, you do not need to spend that much money to go. Okay, I've been on 2 ayahuasca retreats. The first one was $400. The second one was, I think, $295. So like almost 300 US dollars, I think, from memory. Okay, so the first one is to do your research. Like, go through all the different centers, find one that is not trying to charge you thousands of dollars. Okay, so now that I've said that as my first point, I know that your next question is going to be, yeah, but cheap is not always the best, right? I mean, this other one has like the best reputation. Yes, it does. So that's my second point, is that check out the reputations of the shaman or taita. They're called either shamans or taitas. So yeah, do a bit of research, find it, like actually look into it, read the pages, like the about us, like Google the person, like look into it a bit and find out what their background is. Who is this person that's giving you the ayahuasca? Like, have they just self-proclaimed themselves a shaman, or do they have a background in, I don't know, herbology from some university that they've decided now makes them a shaman? Or are they a traditional healer that comes from a long lineage of other shamans that has grew up in the jungle and knows what they're doing? So look into the reputation, and yes, there are places that charge low and also have a good reputation. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars to find a place that has a good reputation. My third point is to find a place, right, that does not combine ayahuasca with other types of psychedelics. So when I was researching ayahuasca, there was a couple of I was trying to choose between like 5 different places, and there was a couple that I came across that, as well as selling ayahuasca, or like doing, you know, healing you with ayahuasca, they were also selling mushrooms, like psychedelic mushrooms, or like bufo, which is like a like toad venom, or like different types of like other types of medicines. So the thing about ayahuasca is that it's actually really dangerous to combine it with other types of things. I thought about doing that. I thought to myself, is it ayahuasca I need? Or maybe I should take this other one, bufo, or maybe I should take both of them. I mean, there was a place that was, you know, offering ayahuasca one day and then bufo the next day, and then you could take some mushrooms after that. Okay, that's not safe. That's just a cocktail of dangerousness. So I spoke to like a traditional Peruvian ayahuasca psychotherapist, and she says that just stick with one and just do that, because even when you think about it geographically, right, like ayahuasca comes from the South American jungle. Bufo, toad venom, or like those other kind, like what's the other, cambo, like they come from frogs and toads, and they're typically found in the desert in Mexico. So you wouldn't, you know, if this was like, you know, some thousands of years ago, you're not going to find them in the same place anyway. So I don't think that that's a side note, but definitely I know for a fact that they are actually quite dangerous. So make sure you find a place that doesn't just offer you anything that you want. Okay, my fourth important point. This is also another one that I cannot emphasize enough. Okay, and this is, don't take ayahuasca only once. There might be people that disagree with me. I'm sure there's probably someone that's going to be like, I did it once and it was like, that was all I needed. Okay, but honestly, like, okay, if you're the kind of person, right, that thinks that you need ayahuasca, there must be some kind of deep issue in you that needs resolving, and that's not going to happen with one session. You need like at least 3 sessions normally, maybe 2, like depending on the strength of the ayahuasca. 2 could be enough. If it's not very strong, you might need 3. Okay, so but one is unfair. It's unfair on your mind. And you know why? Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a quick story. Okay, the second time I did ayahuasca, right? The second time I did ayahuasca, right? I did it for 2 days. I did it for a whole first day, and then I did it for a whole second day. Now, the first day was so bad. It was horrible. Like, it was honestly horrible. Like, because what ayahuasca does, right, is it like basically confronts you with like your fear or your deep, it confronts you with whatever issue it is that you're like, you oh my goodness. It's scary, if I was quite honest. Like, the second time I did it, I was like actually quite scared of what I was seeing. You know, I saw some, like, yeah, some scary things. I ended up the first day and I was just like, I never want to do ayahuasca again. Like, I felt heartbroken, actually. I felt so sad. I just felt like I'd seen all of this sadness and all of this evilness, and it just made me want to never go back, you know. And then I spoke to the guys. I spoke to my ayahuasca psychotherapist at the time, and she said to me that that's actually a common thing. And I spoke to the guys that were running the place as well, and they said, no, that's actually normal. It's normal that you have like a really bad first day, but then if you come back on the second day, it will actually be a lot more healing and a lot more beautiful, and it will sort of balance out the first day, so to speak. So long story short, that's what happened. The first day was horrible. I didn't want to go back, but something in me was like, no, I've come all this way. I'm not just going to do it once and leave. Like, that's ridiculous. I need to go back. I can't just come here all this way and leave. And no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go back for the second day, and I'm just gonna see if they're right. And it was like, the second day was so much better. Like, I just felt so positive, and I saw beautiful things like on the second day. Like, it was just, yeah, definitely don't do it once, because you are doing yourself a disservice. If you see awful things and you don't want to go back, go back. Go back on the second day, because it will be so much better. And my last point about choosing a good ayahuasca retreat is to don't be naive, okay? You are, especially if you're a white female, you know, coming from a Western country, going all the way to South America to do something like ayahuasca, you know, so for example, if you find a place where they, you know, it's like a multi-day thing, it's like a 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, whatever, and you have to stay the night there, just get a vibe for the place before you stay the night, okay? So for example, for my one, on one of the retreats I did, it was a 2-day thing, and I got a weird vibe from one of the guys there that was at the retreat, and I saw the way he was looking at me and kind of licking his lips, and I thought to myself, if I stay the night here, because I knew there was 3 other foreigners there. I was one, and there was me and 2 other foreigners, and the other 2 foreigners were 2 guys, and I knew that they were only doing it for a day. And so I knew that if I stayed the night there, I would be the only foreign girl staying the night at this place. And I saw the way that guy was looking at me, and maybe I was being a bit paranoid, but I left. I left at the end of the first day. I found a hostel nearby, and then I came back for the second day. So just read the room, you know, go with your gut feeling. If something feels a bit off, it probably is, and just don't be naive. Just be aware that you are a foreigner and you are considered to be, you know, whatever. So yeah, so those are my top 5 tips about how to choose an ayahuasca retreat. There's going to be other videos about how to mentally prepare, and also what I saw and other things about South America as well. So yeah, good luck on your journey. I hope you find a good one. yeah, feel free. Let me know if there's anything else that you want to know about ayahuasca, or if there's anything you think I've missed, let me know as well, because I would love to add it in. All right, thank you. Bye.